You earn a paycheck, you pay your taxes, and you play by the rules. Most of us assume there is one unified global economy, and that everyone shares those same obligations. In April 2016, a massive data breach hit the internet and completely shattered that assumption. The leak, known as the Panama Papers, contained 11.5 million confidential files, amounting to roughly 2.6 terabytes of hidden data. An anonymous whistleblower, using the name John Doe, abstracted the files from a highly secretive Panamanian law firm called Mossack Fonseca. Inside those files were private records of politicians and billionaires and powerful figures from 200 countries. What exactly were the most powerful people on Earth hiding in millions of encrypted PDFs, emails, and contracts? The sheer volume of this data exposed a vast parallel financial world operating entirely out of public view. Making sense of 11.5 million disorganized, encrypted files is mathematically impossible for any single reporter to tackle alone. It required a massive coalition. Over 350 journalists from 80 different countries collaborated in absolute secrecy for more than a year to decode the records. They tracked the data and mapped out a sprawling network, identifying more than 214,000 distinct offshore entities. Mapping this data revealed a complex, interconnected global system that extended far beyond any individual conspiracy. Exposing the Panama Papers required reverse engineering a financial machine specifically designed to be invisible. Mossack Fonseca acted as the architects of this machine. They created and managed thousands of specialized offshore entities for their clients. The primary component is a shell company, a black box in an offshore jurisdiction separated from its owner. To hide wealth, you funnel assets into this box. The shell company holds the money, effectively erasing your identity from public records. Creating an offshore company is legal in many jurisdictions. In practical reality, however, this engineered secrecy provides the exact mechanism used for tax avoidance, for money laundering, and hiding illicit wealth. This system weaponizes secrecy, creating a mechanism specifically designed to bypass global accountability. When the investigative journalists finally published their findings, the global outrage was immediate. In Iceland, the leaked records directly implicated Prime Minister Sigmundur Davíð Gunnlaugsson. Citizens immediately took to the streets in massive protests, creating overwhelming pressure that forced his resignation. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was also exposed in the leaked records, triggering severe corruption investigations. The resulting protests destabilized his political power and led to major political consequences in the country. These offshore financial maneuvers happen in the dark, out of sight, but their consequences eventually explode out into the public square. The architects of the system faced their own reckoning. Mossack Fonseca was forced to shut down operations completely by 2018. Governments worldwide followed the exposed paper trails, recovering substantial sums in lost taxes, fines, and penalties. Yet individual governments still struggle to regulate a unified financial network that operates across dozens of international jurisdictions simultaneously. This unprecedented collaboration of journalists pulled the curtain back on the world's most guarded financial secrets, forcing transparency onto the global stage. If a single leak from just one law firm exposed 214,000 secret entities, the true size of the shadow economy remains a terrifying unknown.